Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I am Melanie with Melanie Smith Stamps, and today we are crafting with the Spellbinders Pink Lemonade Stand die set. This die set is adorable, and it has this die here that's just a little more narrow than an A2 card. So we are cutting a top fold card base and scoring it in half here to create that top fold. And we're going to make a shaped card by not cutting that top section to preserve the fold line, as you can see here. That way we have the card base created, and then I've also cut a piece of black cardstock to cover that up so the full shape is preserved. Now I'm just doing my quick die cutting, doing all of my white die cutting at once with my Anna Griffin machine, and then I'm going to do my colors. Now with my glassware, I am doing pieces of light blue and also pieces of vellum, and then a piece of a little bit of a darker blue for the rims. And I'm also doing two colors of green for the leaves, though we don't end up using the darker green. And I'll show you here as we ink blend our pieces why I choose not to use that little sliver of dark green. Now, when doing the wood pieces of our lemonade stand, I am just haphazardly ink blending here with the lightest color from Pinkfresh. This is the warm buff ink, and I am not even caring about the darker spots, the lighter spots. It does not matter what you get here. Just kind of easily, ink over however you want to. Now, when you get to the dough color, this is your medium color, I actually come in from the edges and I skip over little areas, but I'm not coming into the center. I want some of that lighter color from before to still show, but I'm kind of hitting the edges here and there, but not all the way around, because I still want to leave some actual space for my third darkest color. So I'm just going like here on the edge and a little area underneath and a little bit on top, and just hit and miss around the pieces. Now we're going to take our third color, which is Gathered Twig. This is quite a dark color and it's going to look a little scary, but that's okay. We're going to blend it in. So here again, I'm hitting outside pieces of the wood just to give it some cast shadows, some depth. And this is what ink blending is all about, is creating the movement and the highs and the lows in this wood, and it's all with little bits of ink. So even though that's really heavy there on the top portion, and here on this piece here, it looks really heavy, but we're going to go back to that middle color, that dough, I believe is what I'd go back to. Maybe I'd use the warm buff there. I'm not quite sure here. Yeah, it is the warm buff. And I'm going to blend that in and just go over those darker pieces. And then remember, when you're using a dye-based ink, this ink dries back. So it's going to dry and blend even more as it's drying down. So it looks a little dark right now, but it's not going to look that way when it's finished drying. So that's the beauty of these transparent dye-based inks, is they really continue to work after you're done. So just wait to see the finished project and you will be amazed by our wood pieces. Now, I'm going to go ahead and remove this from my sticky mat. That was the Altenew 9x12 sticky mat. I love that thing, but these little tiny pieces, I did not want to accidentally get that brown ink colors on it, and I love ink blending on my actual glass mat. So I decided to go ahead and change directions here, and I'm just using my all-in-one tool from Spellbinders and holding that down because that littlest lemon was really tiny. But here I am, and I'm preserving a little bit of a white lighter area in the center of the lemon, and then I'm coming around just the edges here and darkening one side especially a little darker on one side than the other. Now I cut a piece of cardstock for underneath the lemon for the rind, and just to make it the same hue as the ink, I went ahead and inked over that cardstock. This is just a little trick you can do. If your color cardstock is not quite the color you're wanting, use one of your inks and just go over it completely, and that will give you the color that is more cohesive to your ink blending. And it's just a trick to speed up. So if you don't want to ink blend everything, you can always ink blend on a colored cardstock and you can get a quicker effect. Now here, I'm doing the same thing on some peridot cardstock. I started with a lighter green and then I'm bringing in a darker green ink to give it some depth. Now here's where I put that dark piece on, which is the cast shadow. And I decided I liked my inked shadow better than I liked the darker color cardstock that I had chosen. So I went ahead and did not use that duplicate die shadow piece. And I liked the way it turned out. So you have to decide when you're creating, you're the artist. You get to make the decisions. So that is exactly what I did there. Now I'm going in with some pinks. This is Ballet Slipper, and we're just going to ink the pink lemonade. Now this is like a strawberry lemonade is what I'm envisioning. And I'm going to start off at the bottom because the bottom is what I want to be the very darkest of my lemonade. And I want it to lighten up towards the top. So if you start with your ink blending at the bottom, you'll get that darkest ink right off the pad. And then you'll be able to bring it up and it'll lighten as you raise up to the top. Now I'm coming in now with some sparkling rose and I'm going to darken that up even more. I love this color. It's such a beautiful, almost a bubblegum color. It's so gorgeous. And so I am also inking it up the side, up the left side of both of these, just to even give it some more of a shadow and more definition. And there we go. I just love that. Now we're going to come in with the lighter one. And as you saw there, I brought scratch paper in to take off some of that dark color so that I could pick up that lighter color with my same brush. Because I do tend to use the same blender brushes per color family, not per ink color, because I own a lot of ink pads. So it would be very expensive for me to have an ink blending brush for every pad I own. So I am doing that and just cleaning off my brush. Now here I'm placing these pieces on top of the vellum itself, and then I'm gluing behind the ink blended pieces so that you don't see my glue through the vellum. So then I added the little darker blue pieces to the top. Now I'm just adding my greenery to the top of my adorable strawberries and my greenery to the top of my lemon. And I wasn't quite sure which side I wanted that on. You could put it on either side really. But now we have our two lemons. I'm going to pop up one of those pieces, the actual open lemon slice. And I'm going to put a couple of those. I actually got that idea off the packaging. I thought it was really cute the way they sat it inside the lemon jug. And now here I was trying to decide how did I want to do this straw to make it look the most, authentic. So I decided to trim it and put it behind the vellum piece and have it sticking in. It probably would normally show behind the vellum itself farther down, but I wanted to just trim it and make it just come up at the top. I didn't want too much red there in my cup. So now I'm going ahead and layering this die set ×3. I cut 3 of each of the hello and the sunshine. And then we will have our sentiment ready for our card. Then all we have left is the actual assembly and our card will be complete. I love the way this card turned out. And if you've loved it too, I hope you will pop over to the ScrapbookPal website and check out all of the items new from Spellbinders and all of my friends' videos here on the channel as well. Because we have a lot of different designers that do different videos for you guys. So make sure you check out their videos too. It's nice to have a lot of different designers on one channel because you get a lot of different techniques and different views and different ideas from multiple people. And we have a lot of talented people on our team. So make sure you check them out as well. So now I'm lining up all of these pieces. Now look at that wood grain. Doesn't that wood grain look great now that it's all dried? And these pieces fit in here just perfectly. So I'm putting my Hello Sunshine up towards the top. And we cannot forget the dot above the sunshine. Make sure you remember to put that there. Make sure you get it out of your die so you have that to add. I was just touching the back of the die there to get some of the excess glue off. And then I'll use my Altenew picker tool to just plop that right down. So now I'm going to add my little jug of pink lemonade or strawberry lemonade and my cup. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has inspired you to get your ink out today and actually do some ink blending and experimenting with the different pressures and the color values and, you know, creating those lights and those darks and just having fun. Because after all, that is all there is to this, is just having fun. So have an amazing day, my friends, and I will see you in the next crafty video. Bye-bye for now.